Good day everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's London Onion here with a brief exposition on the remaining mutators of the Aberration Domination event. As a quick recap, we had recently discovered and discussed Ingenuity, Kill Switch, Latency, Spirit Healer, Bottom Heavy, Top Heavy, Stormbringer, and Shocker. And from what I understand, there are 4 more mutators left, which we will get into now. First up, we have Opportunist. This mutator rewards perfect dodges with quote-unquote opportunity, which increases melee critical chance of the next melee attack by 50% for 3 seconds. Upgrading this mutator will increase the critical chance by 5%. And upon maxing this mutator out, any dodge or combat slide will refresh the duration. This could theoretically allow one to maintain opportunity or a 100% critical damage chance if engaging in a melee skirmish, particularly with a boss or elite. Naturally, this is fitting for a melee-oriented build and can synergize with a number of rings and amulets for maximizing melee damage. This would fit most ideally with the Challenger, a class I will be discussing builds on in the future. Next, there is Bottom Feeder. This mutator increases a weapon's range damage by 5% for every 20% of missing reserve ammo. Upgrading will increase the damage buff by 0.25% and at maximum level, grants infinite ammunition for 5 seconds when ammo is depleted. This effect comes with a 60-second cooldown. I would argue that this would synergize best with the Gunslinger class, as this one is oriented toward delivering damage quickly with fast intervals in between magazines. Now, I initially was unsure whether the infinite ammo referred to a depleted magazine or reserve ammo altogether. After testing this out, the mutator activates with the latter conditions, but I would still say that this can still benefit the Gunslinger most. Third up on this list is Edgelord. This mutator increases melee charge speed by 15% and melee attack speed by 10%. When upgrading, melee charge speed increases by 2% while attack speed maintains its buff at 10%. When the mutator is maxed out, it grants 3% of base charge melee damage dealt as lifesteal. Again, I would argue this mutator favors the Challenger most, or any build that incorporates lifesteal as a means of health recovery using melee as a backup. Last on the list, we have Sequenced Shot, and this one decreases the charge time of subsequent shots by 10% for 3 seconds. Maxing out this mutator grants a 1% ranged critical chance for every primary charged shot while the mutator is active. This effect maxes out at 20%. This mutator benefits weapons like Deceit, Alpha/Omega, or bows. However, based on the duration of its activation, I would argue that bows have a more seamless charge and shoot mutator effect accumulation, since they are single-shot weapons with reasonably fast reloads. This begs experimentation, so I can technically just speculate. This one I would argue goes in favor of the Hunter class, which specializes more on burst DPS and achieving weak spot/critical damage. Now, it would be an oversimplification to suggest that mutators only go as deep as the archetypal designation. However, they will be a part of future discussions on class builds and weapon reviews. Otherwise, that concludes our video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.